Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is the IWC Big Pilot's Watch IWC Racing Works. It's the reference 5010-19 and it's a 500-piece limited edition in titanium launched in 2023. Mercedes-Benz AMG became a partner of IWC back in 2004. In 2013, IWC partnered with the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 racing team to expand the partnership to the track. And this is very much a tribute to that shared heritage. So the Racing Works program extends to include IWC's own vintage racing campaigns where they race vintage race cars under the IWC banner. So it's a broad-based commitment to motorsports and automotive enthusiasm. And for one who's not really a fan of flying but loves cars, this is very much a pilot's watch after my own heart. So it's big. It lives up to its name. Big Pilot's Watch. 46.2 millimeters in diameter, 15.5 millimeters thick, 56 millimeters from lug to lug. It has a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears nicely, though it wears large. I would say it's a bit too big for me. All things considered, the metal is perfect. In titanium, it's a lot lighter than steel, but it's still too big. And you can see those lugs extend over my wrist. So I would say just be totally careful. 18 centimeter circumference wrist to wear this well. And you can see it's actually not as thick as you might think, so provided you've got that big beefy wrist, this probably will fit underneath your jacket cuff. Of course, the original was much, much bigger. The modern-day Big Pilot's Watch launched in 2002, and it was a tribute to the 1940 Luftwaffe the Beobachtungs, or an observation watch that was designed to be worn over clothing, and that was 55 millimeters in diameter, so 46.2 millimeters is almost the mid-size, but it's what we call the Big Pilot's Watch to this day. You can see the strap is a lovely piece. It's a combination of pressed leather and conventional leather. We got a textile pattern on the top with a monotone stitch. It's all dark blue. You can see no crimping, no gouging. Brand new IWC factory strap. And then we have a media blasted IWC folding clasp built by, I'll show you how you can tell this. This one is built by Cornu. Unrock is Cornu, spelled backwards. Oftentimes, when you see a B on an IWC band or clasp, that's Bucelador. When you see BRO, that's Brogioli. IWC always uses suppliers on these parts, so you can figure out who actually made them. Taking a look at the watch, you can see the simple layout of the Pilot's Watch hasn't changed a whole lot since the original in 1940. We've got this gigantic onion-style B-er crown, and heck, why not? Let's pull out my calipers and let's do a quick test to see just how big a Big Pilot's Watch crown really is. And there you can see by itself 10.4 millimeters, and that's just the crown. Now, because it is so big, I actually like that they decided to go with a matte media blast finish. It mutes it a little bit. We've got a very subtle expanding bevel on the edge of the lug, and you can see the bezel is stepped in, and it's got two facets. This is a screw-down crown, and the recent Big Pilot's watches have been rated to 100 meters, so you can absolutely swim with this. You're just going to want to take the leather off and use a water-resistant band. IWC Racing Works, it's a theme you'll see on all of its automotive motorsports themed casebacks and watch editions, and this is the Racing Works, individually numbered, which is nice because IWC hasn't always done that in recent years. It also has a soft iron inner cage. One reason you can't see the movement is because there's a paramagnetic shield around it to coax magnetic field lines around the movement rather than directly interacting with the escapement, the balance, and the hairspring. It is also secured against explosive decompression in a cockpit, so if you're in a cockpit and it blows out for any reason and it decompresses at high altitude, the crystal and the seals cannot be ejected. You may not be in great shape, but your watch, for the time being, will be okay. Now, as you can see, we have a beautiful and fairly saturated blue cobalt metallic dial, and it is a sunburst with radial grain, but everything on the dial is gray. Get close to the hands and you can see that they too have been media blasted to mute their aesthetic. And if you look carefully, you can see that the indices at the quarters are actually applique pieces of Luminova. So now let's see how the lume works, because it's an unconventional color of lume. And you don't lose a whole lot of luminescence to the gray variant of Superluminova. It's actually quite bright. No problems reading the time. The watch features a little sunken sub-register with your power reserve indicator and a concentric pattern. It's called azurage. We have a blue date disc for blue dial, which I love. Every brand should do that. You can see we've got a stop seconds function, so you can set the watch to a reference time. Broadsword hands for hours and minutes. Counterweighted lancet-style seconds for reading them precisely. We do have a quick set mechanism, so you can rapidly cycle the date. And if you wish, it is an automatic winding watch, but you can wind it manually for the pleasure of watching the power reserve traverse visibly in real time. Now, though you can't see it, it's a 52,000 series IWC 7-day automatic movement. So I will describe what's in here. If you want to see it, I have other videos of 7-day current generation Portuguesers where you can see the movement. But what's here is the IWC 52110. Automatic winding with bidirectional winding action via a Peloton winding pawl system. The Albert Peloton pawl system, created in the late 40s and implemented in the early 50s, is a distinctive, very efficient, and very influential bidirectional pawl-based winding system that is the father of every magic lever style automatic winder out there. Now, in this generation of the IWC 7-day automatic, both the wheel and the pawl will be in ceramic, so it won't create dirt on the movement or debris as older versions can. Now, this is also a 4 Hz beat rate and twin barrels, the two features added on the 52,000 series of this movement to keep better time. Twin barrels have more stability from maximum wind to minimum wind, so the watch doesn't gallop and gain a ton of time when fully wound, and it doesn't start losing a ton of time when it gets to the end. The 4 Hz beat rate is much higher than previous generations of the movement, which were 3 Hz and 2.5 Hz. It's still free sprung for durability and precise adjustment with a 5-position high horology style adjustment and an overcoil hairspring, a Breguet profile overcoil, so no matter what physical position it's in, it'll keep consistent time. That's the advantage of a Breguet overcoil. Lots to love here. The latest version of IWC's big automatic caliber, it's 38.2 millimeters in diameter. It may be the world's largest automatic. And with the 7A power reserve, the high beat, 5-position adjustment, free sprung, overcoil, twin barrel, it is technically sophisticated as well as being IWC's very own and properly sized to fit the case of a large watch. Doesn't hurt that it is also automotive themed, and we are heading into the heart of Formula One season for 2026. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.